Good evening, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. Peace and wisdom. Now, I want to start this video off by saying this. Thoughts become acts. And we all know that. Your thoughts become actions, physical acts. Now, I say that to say this. Before you go to sleep at night, you want to plant good, positive thoughts in your mind, because they'll blossom into the next day. It's a very deep thing you have to grasp. Your thoughts is what create your reality, your environment. So you want to think positive, always, because that's what's creating your reality, what you think. Even if you think negativity towards someone else, even if you think negative towards someone else, that negative feeling is with you. Push that out to others, making your reality and your environment hostile. So we tend to get angry at others that truly have no place in our life, so to say. Therefore, we take it out, our anger, out on those who are around, who have a place in our lives. We take it out on them. So this is what I mean by your thoughts become actions. You want to think positive things, especially when you're about to go to sleep, because the next day is anew. And what you bring from the day prior will manifest into the next day. So it's a very deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Now I want to go on ahead and get into this video. This is a deep one. I'm sorry, I'm a mess. But I want to go on ahead and get into this video. I'm just chilling around the house, so I'm secure in how I look. So sometimes my hair look raggedy. It's no big deal with me. I don't mind. I hope you don't. But I want to go into something deep, because we all know that you can barely pull a man away from his favorite television show. That's hard. Like football. When men are watching Sunday football, try pulling them away from the game. It's a hard thing. They're attached. That's their joy, their desire. And you don't want to interfere with that. Now, I say that to say this. If you can barely pull a man away from his favorite television show, try pulling the spirit of a dead man away from his children, his wife, his addictions. Try pulling the spirit of a dead man away from those things. Remember, you can barely pull a man away from his favorite television show. And that's just TV. Now try pulling the spirit of a man who's passed away already. Try pulling them away from his loved ones and his addictions. Grasp. It's a deep thing. This is how you get attached spirits. We see how we see. And our vision, our physical bodies are built to see physical things, or what we deem as physical. But it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. The life is like a tangled web of physical and unphysical, all in the same existence. So it's a deep thing. The things that we attach ourselves to in this physical existence now, it's a deep thing. When you die, the spirit is still attached, Because your body is not physically attached to your loved ones. Your mind, your spirit is connected to your loved ones now. You love your child, your wife. You have a connection with them. It has nothing to do with your body. So I want y'all to grasp. Just because the body leaves, you will still have those attachments. You will still have those addictions. So in certain religions, or pretty much most religions, they tell you not to get caught up on the material things. And there's a reason for that. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I hold wisdom. In many of the religions, I guess you can say in their core somewhere, holds a lot of wisdom also. And this is why they tell you not to be attached to the physical things in this life. This is why it's not good to have addiction, so to say, or indulge so much into the physical. This is why the religions try to keep you from it, because they know men become attached. So it's not a matter of rules. Now, I know the religions have rules, but I'm speaking just from the wisdom I hold. It's not a matter of rules. It's why you shouldn't get lost into the physical. It's a matter of attachment. I'm sorry. It's a matter of attachment. You're attached to these things now, and you haven't even gone anywhere. You're attached to your wife, and she hasn't even left the house. If she gets up to leave, you're like, hey, where you going? What's it going? Same with women, vice versa. Men get up to go to the bathroom. You're like, what you doing? Where you at? What bitch you calling? It's the attachment. Now imagine when you're gone, physically. Yet, like I said, the life is like a tangled web of unphysical and physical all in together. The physical is becoming unphysical and the unphysical is becoming physical. So it's all wrapped up into the same existence. And it's a deep thing. Men pass on, still attached to their loved ones, their addictions, their worldly possessions. This interferes with them moving forward in life. It's a deep thing. You have men that's physically living now. They were the men in their drug dealing days when they were younger. And now they're not, so much to say. You can say it. And they hold on to those past thoughts, and they still try to be that, not letting it truly go within self, and just letting the past be the past, and being anew. So it's like that with the spirit, but it's deeper, because what your spirit is attached to is not like the flesh. So it's a little more stronger. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Spirits die. Now we all know heat rises. Dead bodies are cold. So whatever energy or life force you are, that is within the body, this leaves. And it's warm because the body goes cold. So I say that to say this. Heat rises. So the spirit, the energy, whatever you want to call yourself within, that will rise. Supposed to. But if a man has a lot of baggage and attachment, it's hard to pull a spirit away. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Men become attached to their loved ones, their addictions, many different things. And this is how spirits be stuck in this realm, you can say, with us. Now, a lot of people may look at that and say, man, that's not real. It is. You have to remember, you're a spirit within the body. When the body perishes, what do you think the spirit is going to do? Like a magic trick and be somewhere else? Well, this is real life. You peel away from the apple, the seed is right there. So it's a deep thing. You can't see the spirit because it's a matter of density. It's a matter of understanding. You barely notice the flower. You walk right by flowers all day, really, truly not noticing. And they're like right there physically for you to see. In New York City, they have these old fire department boxes all over the city. And they had a survey the other day asking people if they should upgrade these boxes because they're old and the paint is peeling and it just looks terrible. About 90% of the people in New York never even noticed them. You see how cold-blooded that is? The things are standing right there since about 1940 all the way to now. Standing there peeling the paint. Most of us in New York never noticed them. I'm one of them. I never noticed it. When I seen it in the paper, I said, oh yeah, I remember those. I didn't know they still had them up. They're still up. We don't notice them. It's right there. So this is my point. You don't see the spirits. Like I said, it's a matter of density. Like air is less dense than physical things. So, you know, oxygen, hydrogen, these things are less dense, but when they come together, they become more dense, and you see the physical nature of it, of what it is, physically. And the hydrogen and oxygen is right there. You just can't see it, because it's not dense enough for your perception. But I say all that to basically paint the perspective for you that the spirit will still be here. And it's attached. Now here's where it gets deep, because we all have our physical desires. Now, physically. You may be a drinker, a smoker, or whatever the case may be. I don't want to touch on the loved ones yet. I want to deal with the addictions, because these are attachments also that you will carry with you. Now, men do drugs. Alcohol, many different drugs. Men do drugs. But what makes the man addicted is the question. And this all relates. The attachments. It's a very deep, interesting thing I want y'all to grasp. Let's say a man likes to drink. Now I want you to ask yourself, what gives that man that desire to become addicted to where he's a drunk in front of the liquor store waiting for it to open? What gets him to that point to where he doesn't want to drink? Because we all know everyone with addictions, they don't necessarily want the addiction, but they can't control it, so to say. So it's a deep thing. If you smoke cigarettes, smoke marijuana, drink alcohol, sniff cocaine, whatever addictions you may have, shopping, what gives you that urge where you like, now a person that's addicted to shopping, let's say, they may be down to their last, they like, I don't need to shop today. But then they get that urge and something makes them just overlook what they already told themselves. It's just like an alcoholic or someone who's on drugs. They'll tell themselves when they're sober, I don't need to be getting high. Or when they're high, they'll be like, man, I need to stop with this. But then somewhere along the line, an urge comes along, or a desire, a voice. Grasp, a literal voice. If you're addicted to something, you know what I mean. You be contemplating with yourself. If you're trying to kick a habit, you know what I'm talking about. You be like, I got this, and then you like, you can't fight the urges. What is that? It's the spirits that are attached They feed on the desires. So just like a man can't depart from his family, same way a man can't depart from his habits. Spirits want to still get high and drunk. There's no body. Grasp. How do they indulge? By attaching themselves to those who do these things. It's not the actual physical liquor or drug that the person is attached to, but it is the feeling. And this is not physical. And this is what the spirit wants, the feeling, the indulgence. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. When a man gets drunk and he's like, man, I got to stop doing this. And then he begins to get them urges when he's sober to get drunk. It's the attached spirits weighing on his. Get drunk, nigga. And this is the urges, the addictions. Some men have 50 spirits attached to them. Just picture it like this. Men die. Spirits blossom from the body. But they're here. We're all here. They can see us. Now grasp. Just imagine this. If you can, in your mind. They're looking for the desires of their habit. Spirit want marijuana. Spirit want drink. People all around. A man cracks open a drink. All the spirits desiring drinks going to rush him. Now they won't all be able to attach, but those that can will. And then the rest of them that couldn't attach, they looking around. Who else drinking? Another one open it and they attack. And they attach themselves and they don't all get. And another one they spark up a blunt and they come attach. And whoever's left that couldn't attach, they looking. And there's people here with their habits. And they're attaching themselves. And once attached, they weigh on you. And this is where the addiction comes from. Now, we view it from just our physical understanding. So we like, man, addiction is just something that happens. Like, you try a thing, and then it just, you smoke crack, and then you just on crack. And we just view it in that simple way. But what makes it like that? Person to say that's how the drug works. It makes you addicted. But all other things in the life don't work that way. Why people are not addicted to water? And I want you to grasp. If men are not truly addicted to water, people don't walk around craving water like that. Maybe juice, maybe Starbucks, but no one really like, oh, I just love water, oh my God, I need water. You grasp my point? Now, I say that to say this. If physical men don't really truly care that much for water like that, well, then why would you expect spirits to grasp themselves on men that drink water, knowing that spirits were men? So when I tell you it's the spirits that's making the addiction, the urge you get, grasp. It truly is. Because if it wasn't, then why isn't it like that for water? We all need water. If we don't get water, after 3 days we'll die. But people drink water for that reason. If men didn't have to drink water, we probably wouldn't even have water. Like, really think about it. Certain things we have because we have to have them. And then you have things that we don't even need, but we're addicted to those things. Why is that? It's the spirits. Everybody got. You ever hear people say, oh man, he got demons. Everybody got their demons, so to say. Or spirits. Attached spirits. Everybody has them. Now, morality is everything, because Either the dead spirit's going to be stronger, or the physical living man that they attach to, his spirit going to be stronger. But it's going to be one or the other. And if the physical man spirit ain't stronger, he going to get pulled down. And he going to be attached just like them when he died. Looking for physical men to attach himself to so that he can indulge. I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds strange, but just think on what I just said, because it's truly a deep thing. Where does addiction come from? It comes from that. And this is why it's not good to get lost into the physical thing. You have to grasp, a rich man can't die with his money. So it's better that he give it away while he can to whoever may deserve it, as opposed to dying and then any old person get it. Land, not just the money, but his land, everything he may have. It's a deep thing. I was going to say we're not allowed, but people are allowed to do whatever they choose. As for me, I'm not allowed to be rich. So let's say I had $1 million. I would have to figure out something to do with it to complement the life, to help the life. When I say the life, I mean the struggling part. Rich men don't need help. They got their share and others. If all rich men had this perspective, I'm not allowed to be rich because everything that I'm rich off of belongs to everybody that's here. I'm just taking shares that ain't mine in a sense. So if every rich man had the perspective, I can't be rich. Therefore, if I wind up accumulating a lot of things, well, then my job now is to figure out what good use to do with it. Because for me to just hold it, what's the point? Rich men save money. For what? They're attached. It's a deep thing. All the rich men can come together and just make the life so easy for everyone and fair. But it's a deep thing. Greed, attachment. It's like I tell y'all, this is hell. And I know no one wants to accept that, but I want you to ask yourself, what is blood? We all have a body, and we're all spirits in bodies. What's blood in the body? Now, what I want you to do before you think on that, remove all influence thoughts you have. Try to see as a baby. If you were a baby, what is blood? You've smelt blood. Women have a menstrual cycle. People die. We smelt blood before. What is blood? Death. If you smelt it, then you know solace does not lie. Blood is death. You can smell what it is. You ever smelt a dead body? That's the blood. Why do you think when a man dies, they remove the blood? It's their organs, because they soaked in blood. It's a deep thing. Blood smells like what it is. Death. What's his name? Osei, he said the spirit is the blood. Nah, I like Brother Osei. I'm just fucking with him. We had an online argument one day. He came out with a tight shirt on. He beat me up online. The shit was deep. But I like Brother Osei. I'm not being funny. I really do like him. He just get angry too fast. A lot of the teachers get angry fast. I be fucking with them. They get angry fast. They don't want to be bothered with me. Like, leave me alone, fellas. It's just weird. But I like Brother Osei. I hope he don't get offended by the stupid little story. Stupid little interaction we had. We were friends on Facebook. And we were cool. We still cool. In my mind, we still cool. We just having a moment, a long one. But we cool. I don't understand, but I was just messing with him with the blood thing. But blood is what it smells like. Death. You know this. Now, what is bone? Think like a child. What is bone? Bone is a cage for the spirit. Grasp that. You the spirit in the body. Blood is death. We know this. If I'm lying, go smell blood. When your woman bleeds, ask her, say, baby, can I smell that pad? And then you tell me, blood ain't death. It's a deep thing. Don't tell me your blood don't smell like that inside the body. You ain't inside the body, so you don't know. When I got shot, no, when I got stabbed in my back, my shirt was soaked in blood. And I had it in a plastic bag and it dried. Do you know what that bag smelled like when I got out the hospital and opened it? I said, oh my God, did I die? Because it sure smells like it. You don't even have to know what death is. But if you smell blood, you like, if I smell that, I'm going to die. So it's a deep thing. You the spirit in the body. Blood is death. The bone is the cage. Bars. You ever seen the rib cage? It's wrapped all, it's a deep thing. You ever seen the spinal cord? It's a deep thing. Spirit's in there. It's so cold-blooded. I don't be wanting to say certain things because I know a lot of y'all don't really understand certain little things, and then y'all take it as like weird. But it's a deep thing. Bone is the cage for the spirit. And what is the flesh? It's like darkness. It's like a veil of darkness over the spirit, over the cage. It's a deep thing. It's like I tell y'all, man, the body is hell. And the life is within the life. You got micro life within you. You're in hell. Your body is the hell for your spirit, and you got micro life within you. Physical micro life. In hell with your spirit. In your body. And we're cells within the soul. So it's a deep thing you got to grasp. Our star is a wandering star. It's not a part of any constellation. It was kicked out because it think it was cute. Now it wanders in the void. Oh, baby. We call it space, but you can call it what you want. The star don't got no friends. It's alone. And we're the micro life within it. So when you see the sun, the star, it ain't nothing but the spirit within the body. And we the micro life within it. Just like I broke it down where you are you and you got micro life within you. And you know, the sun is the spirit and it's trapped in hell, in its body. And we the micro life within the body, trapped in hell. And the life is within the life, all tangled in hell. It's a deep thing. This is why having kids is bad for you. It's a deep thing. All has to do with attachment. Spirits being attached when they pass on. You have children. You attach to them. Just think if you died right now. Nobody, but you still be. You think how you think. And see how you see. And what do you think you do? If another beautiful spirit came along and told you, come with me, my child, your place is not here no more. I need to bring you up. Heat rises, child. Why are you down here with cold flesh? Spirit like, nah, my child is right there. My wife. Okay, Spirit, they still got their life to live. You got to come on. You got to live. You got to keep living. The spirit like, no, I'll stay here until they die. We can all go together. And this doesn't stop. Because that spirit dies attached too. Like, but wait, I wanna wait. And now you, they guardian spirit. Because you've been attached to them. So you like, no, it's okay, we can wait. Because I've waited with you. And I'm wise, because I've been dead a while now, waiting for you. And we can just wait for whoever you want to wait for, because it's okay down here. We still can experience and indulge, and he never went up. He rises, but the spirit never rose. So has no clue what's going on where it's supposed to be. So it's missing nothing. Therefore, it's like, it's good here. You just build up here, and find you a temple here, my child, and attach yourself. When I say temple, I mean body. Because the body ain't nothing. It's a deep thing. Men build brick and stone. It's called the building, and they go inside of it to keep warm or whatever. And the body, the same thing to the spirit. In spirit, spirits that never got to become into the physical, they like, why they got those bodies? Why they carrying around those fleshly things with the cages all about? Why they sitting in that cage and they dragging that heavy ass darkness around with them? Why are they doing that? And why spirits tell them it's their body, they lost in darkness. Spirits don't grasp though, they never indulge. They never been in the physical. They like, I don't understand. They carry it around. Why do they put clothes on that? Why do they keep covering themselves so many times? You tell them, oh, that's clothes, my child. That darkness gets cold. They put clothes on it. Okay. Why do they go inside those temples? It's like more by. They just cover themselves in so much. Why do they do this? The spirits don't understand. But that's how he perceives it. Like, and this is you he looking at. Like, man, he in the body. He in some clothes. You got this on top of that, and that is just, it's like I said, man, the life is within the life. It's the same way in the physical. It's deep. Men unconsciously grasp how life is in the way they move in the physical. Man covers himself so many times over. Because the life is within the life, which he comes from. But it's fuzzy. He bends in darkness for a minute. So it starts to get a little fuzzy. But he do things that he kind of remember. But he doesn't. So it's a deep thing. It's like teeth. Teeth are seeds. And there was a time when men planted teeth in the ground. When teeth fell out, men planted them in the ground. They gave it back to the life. And they got their blessing. A real physical thing. Like if you plant any seed. The men moved indoors. Forgot the life, but they remembered teeth. And they put them under their pillow. And planted it there. Because they remember the life. But it's fuzzy. Since they've been indoors. So they don't really grasp anymore. They put them under their pillow. It's a deep thing. But pillows and teeth don't go together. Teeth don't go under pillows. But it's fine because when men does that, nothing happens. But he knows teeth go somewhere. He remembers he got gifts when he put the teeth wherever they go, but he don't remember where they go because he hasn't been outdoors. He don't deal with that no more. But he know you're supposed to get a gift when you plant the teeth. So therefore he gives his child money for the teeth. It's a deep thing. It's truly a deep thing. Y'all remember, but y'all don't. If that's fair to say. The things I speak is truth and it resonates with your spirit, but for some reason you get aggravated. You say no. The flesh takes over. You say no, I know. That is in silence. I don't care if what he said makes perfect sense. That doesn't matter. Young Pharaoh's wiser. Brother Polite is wiser. It's a deep thing. I like them too. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say I like brothers. I just like bothering people. I like playing with energy. It's just funny to me. I know people get lost on their energy, so it's not a good thing to play with it. But I just do, because I just don't care. It's more wisdom for me. But you know, the cause will bring about the effects. So I know this will cause brothers to say, I don't like silence. But it's say, I gotta learn, you know? I gotta play with my energies, because that's how I learn. I learn different than y'all. Pardon me, I don't know. But it's a deep thing. It's just like, I curse people out. And talking to people that's not wise aggravates me. But there lies a deep thing, because I'm getting to a point where no one's half as wise as me. So then where does that lead me? To always being aggravated when I speak to people. And this will lead people to being scared to speak to me. Leaving me with no one to speak with. And when a man has no one to speak with, he'll speak to the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. He'll speak to a turtle. He doesn't even speak turtle. But a wise man will start to speak to the animals if he ain't got nobody else to speak to. So you see how that works out? How I'm bringing that about for myself? But I'm wise. So I see down the road of everything. It's truly a blessing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to clear the way of the road. I may just let things go that way. Because it's like I said, I like to play with energy. It's so much knowledge in it. And y'all hating me, it's a lot to grasp in that. This is how I'm able to how I just broke that down. You like, damn, Solace just broke itself down. I do that all day. I say when I do this, where's the cause and effect of that going to lead me? Deep. If you curse them out, Solace, they're not going to like you. Interesting. So I continue to do it. To grasp more. I'm a knucklehead, but I'm wise. I learn how I learn. And y'all may not understand it. I'm laughing because it's funny when I say it. It's like, damn, I'm stupid. I could be perfect. But in me being perfect, I won't be as wise as I am. I'll just be y'all slave. How y'all want me to be. And it's deep. You gotta give up things to get the wisdom. I have to give up y'all like to get the wisdom in some weird way. It's like you tell a young man, you have to give up the streets and your childish ways to develop into a mature adult. But it's deep. I'm too wise for myself. It's like I'm not myself. And I just watch y'all in myself, and I get a good laugh. Not out of y'all, but myself too. Because I'm just as dumb as y'all, but I'm wise. I'm way wiser. But I still do fleshly dumb things, like curse y'all out. I just can't control it. It's like an addiction. I'm like, I'm going to piss him off. Watch this. And then when he gets mad, there's an aspect y'all don't grasp. When a person gets mad, it's an energy. And you can, like, control them. It's weird. Like, it's so deep and weird, I can't even explain it, but I feel it. Y'all feel it, too, when you y'all feel it, but y'all be mad, too. So then you don't. You get a person mad, and they get mad back at you, and you get mad, and somewhere along the line, there's so much energy there, but no one grasps. But when I curse people out, I don't be mad. It's a game. and I enjoy it, but they don't. So then there lies the problem, because then it kind of messes me up in the long run. But it is what it is. I'll adjust. I'll fix that. I'm gonna stop really soon, because I got an oath coming up in the fasting, so I'm gonna come back right from that. I already had that in the plans. Everything I'm telling y'all I'm just sharing it with y'all. I already grasped. But it's a deep thing, the energy. A person's energy when they get mad. Get someone mad and watch them. Or tap into someone's, because I do weird things. Tap into someone's insecurities. Like, he wants to be wise and tamper with his wisdom. And just watch, like, how the energy blossoms. And he has no control over it. It's controlling him. And you can manipulate it. Like a fire. Feed it. Yeah. People go crazy. They be inboxing me. I be in my mind like he doesn't even realize. He's like, forgot whatever he was doing in the day. He's stuck inboxing me. You have an ego, Silas. You think you're too smart. You don't have to listen to anybody. They're just going on and on. I be answering back like, shut the fuck up, you stupid. And they respond to that. I be like, they don't block me. They respond. And I curse them out more like, yo, you so dumb. You just dumb. Like, you gonna sit here and keep going back and forth? And they be like, you stupid. And they be going back. And I be like, they don't block. Why they didn't block me? So I block them. Because I'm like, I can't. Once you manipulate the fire, you can't put it out. You gotta just go away from it. So I'm wrong in that sense. You know, I'm saving spirits. And I'm fucking spirits all at the same time. I'm crafty. I'm a little slow. I'm a retarded spirit, but I'm wise. But I'm like, if you've seen Gods of Egypt, I'm like Thor. And remember, he was an asshole. He said, you wouldn't tamper with my ego to make me do what you want to do. And he did it anyway, because he knew, like, I have an ego. I can't help it. It was deep. I forgot his name. Damn. I forgot the god name. He was Horus, Heru. He was tampering with Thoth's ego to make him help him. And Thoth knew. He's like, man, you tampering with my ego to make me do what you want. He couldn't help it. He still helped him just to prove to him that he could do it. It was so funny. I say, yo, wise men are the same as lost stupid men. They just can't help themselves. And I'm no different. I'm no different. But I am, because I'm wise. I'm like Thoth was. Where he could have been right, but he just went along with it. Because he grasped the energies. He's like, I'm going to play the game with him. So I play the game with y'all, and then I can't save you once it's like dragging the baby out into the water, and like, he gets scared. He's like, I'm drowning. Then you get him too far out, where you like, damn, I can't swim back with him. If I swim back with him, we gonna both drown. So you like, damn, I gotta release the baby, cause I've been playing too much, and I gotta stop doing that with y'all. I know this, and I will. But it's a deep thing, man. The energy, it's deep. I learned weird. I learned from the life, the part of life y'all don't deal with. But it's deep. Like I was saying, men, they had a oneness with the life. And at one point in time, they knew that, teeth are like seeds, and you plant them in the soil, the earth. And then man moved indoors, and they began to do everything from an indoor type of nature, and building cities, and this takes away from the soil. You don't see soil, you see concrete, and you spend most of your time in your home. And so men it get fussy. But like I said, teeth go in the ground. Men begin to plant them under their pillow and get lost, and then it's a deep thing. It's like at one time, men were aligned with the light so much they didn't need science and the weatherman. Grass. We tend to think, man, if I don't have science and wisdom that men bestow upon me, how am I going to know anything? How am I supposed to know what the weather going to be? Men were so aligned with the light, they could smell rain. And we can now. If I tell you, right before it rains, you smell it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I do. It do smell like it's about to rain. But if no one says it, then you don't really pay that no mind. And then it just rains on you, and you're like, damn. But, like I said, at one point in time, men were aligned with the light so much they could smell rain. A day in advance. It's going to rain tomorrow, I can smell it. Some men could feel snow within their bones. Taste the snow in the air. It's going to snow tomorrow. It was deep. They were so aligned, it moved with nature, the nature of the light. Because y'all say nature and all is nature. Cities are built out of the forest. So the city is not one place and nature's another. Man took nature and made himself a city out of it. It's weird, but nature's the life. And man moved with the nature of the life like the animals, so they knew. Men were aligned, they could feel when tornadoes, hurricanes, volcanoes were going to erupt, earthquakes. They were aligned, they could feel these things. Men moved indoors. They got their sciences and their weathermen. They forgot how to feel life. They're allowed to disconnect. They have to rely on their sciences and their knowledge. Not because this makes them great, but because they've disconnected themselves from the simplicity. Men have to have wisdom and knowledge and sciences because they cut themselves off from the true science and wisdom, which is the life. Men in the past didn't need to have science. They didn't need to know the things we know in the day, because the things we know, they were one with. A man don't need to look at the weather if he smell rain. I smell rain coming. It's going to rain soon. What does he need the weatherman for? Animals don't need it. They know already it's going to rain. Why? Because they can smell it. I know y'all think like feeling is like a telepathic. No, when I say feel, I mean like your senses. I know when it's going to rain a day in advance just because I've been shot and I got like an arthritis type of problem. And I pay attention to that. Other men, they get the same thing, but they don't pay attention to it. So there's many different ways to feel the light through your experience and just your senses. But men cut off from their own goddamn senses. It's deep. Like I said, men could barely see. They see what they want. Man, step right on the flower. You know, you stepping on it, I didn't even notice, man. I didn't even notice, man. I didn't see that. So it's deep. But men forgot how to feel the life. The more wisdom men get, the more they cut themselves off from the simplicity, the flow, so to say. It's like choosing one over the other. I'll take mine over the lights. And this is how men become lost. And their way is not as accurate as the light. The weatherman be off. We all know that. He be off. But it is what it is, man. Men were just more aligned. It's like singing and dancing. You may see like ancient Africans and ancient Native Americans used to sing and dance. We call it Indian dance now, and they used to do this to make it rain. And I know a lot of people in today's time probably look at it like, man, they were lost. They were desperate for rain. They needed water. And they were just begging the spirits of their life or doing whatever they figured they could do to get it to rain. And that's not what the ancients were doing. They were singing and dancing because they were in line with the life and they understood. They have the power of when it rains and when it don't. Because they are what the rain is coming from. We're the reason it rains. Grasp. I'm going to break it down for you so you truly grasp. But we're the reason it rains. So we have the power to make it rain, make it hot, make it cold. But men don't grasp this. Therefore, they just get what they get. If you don't control the thing, then it'll just be controlled by something else. Same as yourself. If you don't control yourself, your energies, emotions, some other person, somebody will, something will. It's deep. But men danced and sung because they understood they could raise the heat of their body. Common simple sense. If you run around, you get hot. Now they did this in a closed setting, so to say, meaning they would all be packed in, doing these dances and singing and creating heat. So what, Solace? What does that mean? Create heat. Get moisture. Heat. Vapor. Vaporizes. It cools. It becomes water. The ancients were cold-blooded. They woke up sweat. Singing, this is hot breath air. We don't realize it, but our breath vaporizes, rises and cools, becomes water on a micro level. Meaning you can't really see it because it's just the smallest speckle of a drop of water because it's only just a little bit of breath. But a bunch of people's breath, if you take a bunch of people and tell them, breathe on this glass, the glass will fog up. And as it cools, you can write your name in the glass and it's wet. Water. Heat. Heat. Cools and becomes water. This is why if you do that to a mirror, and it fogs and you can write in it because it's wet now, that's water. So I'm just saying that because the simple things I say sometimes people don't grasp. They be like, no. They weren't singing and dancing to make it water. Now, how can that work? And that's how. Breath is heat. You dancing and moving about. You're working up heat. You got 100 dark-skinned brothers doing that. Grasp. Right. It starts to rain because it's a balance. Extra heat is coming, is deep. But they were aligned with the life. Goofy, weird things we see them do are truly goofy or weird. They didn't have the wisdom and sciences we had because they didn't need it. They had something better. No one was above anyone. Everyone shared. The life produces more than any of us can have. All our wants and needs, the life produces more than we all could want and need. Makes you think, why do men not have? So now you have to grasp, when you see a rich man, what you're seeing. A big imbalance, because life produces enough where everyone can have way more than they need every day. Grasp that. Each man on this planet, the life produces enough where he can kill himself from overindulging in one day. Yet you have men that don't even have the bare necessities. So someone has it. Rich men. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Everything is tied in. Poor men, they want help. They want life to be more balanced. Why do men have to be rich? Why can't we all just be good? And this is a poor man's desire. The poor man get rich. He has new desires. This is why the poor is always going to be poor. Because poor men get rich, forget where they came from, and forget what they are, and just a poor spirit into life. Given an opportunity to balance it out, that desire I had when I was poor was answered. But men don't see that way. The Satan, the flesh, I'm rich. Fuck poor. I made it. He doesn't see it as the life blessed you. You were a poor, starving kid. And you said, man, this ain't fair. Why other people got to be rich and we got to be poor? And you was right. And you thought to yourself, this is unjust. As a child, you said, this ain't fair. If I was rich, everybody would be equal. If I had the power, and you thought these things to yourself because you was the poor one. And you ain't had. And you said, man, I wish we was all equal. And then a life bestowed you the gift to make that a reality. And show other rich men, look what I'm doing. I was poor. And when I was a kid, I said, man, I wish things were fair. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make things fair. I'm going to fix this. Because that was my desire, and I got my gift to fix that desire. Other rich men will say, you're right. I forgot I had that desire. And it'll be a deep thing, but poor men don't do that. They get rich and think like rich men, and they forget about their poor desires. It's a deep thing. But in any event, it should make men solace the wise servant. Peace and wisdom. Give and receive. Balance and order. The more morality you have, the more morality you build up. This is your spirit. The more you build your spirit up, begin to be more fair and balanced in your view. Because we're biased as of now. People tend to go with whatever they want. But when you become to find morality within yourself and become more unbiased, become less biased than you are, you'll begin to see clearly. Understanding is a matter of morality. The more morals you have, the more clear and more understanding you'll have of life. The less morality you have, so you only tarnish yourself. It's a deep thing. Everything in life got to do with yourself, and you do it to yourself. You pick your path. It's a deep thing. But in any event, it's your wise. It's the wise servant. For some percent.